So today is about Marineland. So I have some fun people to introduce you to. Fred Schaefer. Here's Fred on my left. Fred Schaefer is from Pacific Beach Life, and he is the gentleman responsible for starting this whole thing. So a huge debt of gratitude to Fred and for choosing us for the venue. So come forward. I also have a gentleman named Danny who was the announcer at Marineland. If we can, we'll persuade him to come and say a few silly things on the microphone. Come on. I hear he has some great lines.
The lines are about as old as I am now, but I'd like to welcome everybody here. I stood here many, many years announcing the killer whale shows, the seal and dolphin show. Marineland was the first oceanarium ever to have killer whales in captivity. It was a wonderful place to work, a lot of memories. I saw a lot of people that I haven't seen. I thought that were gone. Our electrician, who played a major role in keeping Marineland going because of the power failures and outages, he's up there on top. And I don't know if you could hear me up there, but his name is Gil Lewis. He's 94 years old. Gil? Gil, are you up there? Anyway, it's a pleasure to be here, and I see a lot of old friends and people that used to work in the snack bar, the gift shops, and the people that used to sell fish, and it was a real fun place, and I hope everybody has a good time. Thank you.
Thank you. Lots and lots of fun people for you to meet, and between 3:30 and 4, all of the curators and the people that have memories to share will be up at the top on the terrace. So if you'd like to go talk with them, you'd be very welcome to do so. Another couple of very important people here today that I'd like to introduce you to from Terranea. So from today rather than the past, they are our Executive Vice President and Managing Director of Terranea, Terry Hack, and our landscape architect, Todd Major, who's been working on this project longer than any of us. So I'm going to hand you over.
This is made for short people. Welcome to Terranea. My journey with this site began back in 2004 when I was hired by the Lowe's to come visit the former site of Marineland with the intention of building a hotel project. I didn't go to Marineland when I was a kid, but when I came out here, I was totally breathtaken by this place. It's one of the most special places that I've ever been in the world. So when they asked me to help with the design process, I felt this incredible responsibility to really honor what Marineland was. And we've done that in several ways, several gestures that I think speak to what everyone's told me made Marineland so special. I've heard great stories from Fred and guys like Rob Olson, and a lot of what I think made this important for a lot of you was family, and the fact that it was such an important place for all of you to work, and you felt like you were a piece of something bigger, a part of something bigger. And to me, that bigger thing is the relationship of Marineland to the ocean. So when we started with the design, we knew if we had to do one thing right, we had to protect the marine resources that make Terranea so special. Stormwater. I'm going to talk about this really quickly. If you look at stormwater as a unit of 100, 75% of the stormwater we treat comes from the hillsides beyond, and used to flow through the site untreated into the ocean. When we built Terranea, we installed 760 by 100 vaults that are buried around the site that filter and treat every ounce of stormwater before it gets in the ocean, to the point where if we were to put UV filters on it, it would be almost potable. So being able to protect those coastal resources, I think, is something that we thought was very important. And I hope while you're walking around Terranea and you see the 14 acres of native habitat and all of the sustainable gestures that we've made, I really hope that you feel like we've done you justice in protecting this place, in building Terranea, in creating something that was hopefully as special as Marineland was for you. We certainly feel a great deal of pride about Terranea, and I really, really want you guys to enjoy your stay here, and do Marineland Pride and drink some beer like I know you all can do.
Thank you, Todd. So we have one last thing to do here today before we hand you back to the music, and that is that Terry is going to present a plaque to Fred Schaefer in honor of today that we will actually place permanently over there by that tree that will forevermore commemorate this very exciting day. So I'm going to hand you over to Terry.
Thank you, Gay. Fred, please join me. We are delighted to share in your celebration. And I can only hope that in several years from now, that our associates can feel as happy and proud of their working environment as all of you did working at Marineland. We are so proud of how the resort has turned out, but it was your legacy and the heart and soul that Marineland left here that we were able to build upon. We're so proud to be part of this celebration with you, and I'd like to give you this plaque in commemoration of your first Marineland reunion, and we hope there'll be many more.
Thank you, Terry. I'd like to thank Gay and Todd and everybody here at Terranea who's put their work into this. I was up here about 6 months ago just walking around the property looking for a spot maybe to do a reunion because we had one a couple years ago. A lot of good friends that I haven't seen for a long time. We're not getting any younger, so it'd be good to see them. I'm glad to hear Gil Lewis is here. Gil, I'm going to come see you later. But I was just shocked by the people walking around the resort, hotel guests that were saying, "Oh, I was here when it was Marineland," or "I heard it was Marineland," or "I worked here when it was Marineland." So I was surprised how the spirit was so alive here that I go, okay, this is the place, we have to do it here. So much of the integrity of the park can still be seen in areas. If you're familiar with the park, you could see glimpses here and there where it's still alive. And I thank Todd for the architecture in the way they did that. They planned for it and they kept it very simple, and I think it's pure to the community. That makes me feel good. I also want to thank everybody at Terranea. Everybody I've come in contact with has been very supportive. Freedom for You, the Fort MacArthur Marine Animal Care Center, doing what they're doing with the beach animal rehabilitation. That's something the Marineland did back in the day, and they're continuing that process, protecting the marine environment. And I just thank everybody. Thanks for coming out. I'm glad you're here, and have a good day. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, we're going to continue. Okay. You guys want to come on up? So we have a young man here who's going to sing for you now. This is Jeremy Adler here. And Jeremy, how old are you now?
10.
10 years old. Does anybody remember here when you were 10 years old? Anybody remember that? 2 people. Okay. Jeremy's an outstanding young man. Great singer. He's going to perform for you here with our band.
All the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breeze that blows.